Right there, it's recording.
Didn't record before? No, but you didn't record before?
So let's say somebody moves in and they're like, I can't read my oven, something's wrong with my oven. Probably the guy who installed it is having a little fun right now or something, but anyway, it's really easy. You just scroll till you see the flag. That's your universal sign. Flag represents your options menu. So you click that, you see the flag again, that's your language settings. You click that, now you can select your language. Yep, so no matter what language this thing is in, you can easily get back to the settings menu and reset it. No problem. All right, so basically, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but the couple of things you wanna use the most, operating modes and Master Chef. Operating mode is just your basic bakes, microwaves, stuff like that. Your Master Chef are actually programmed recipes. And this little guy right here is a 1/4-inch electrical plug, kind of like a guitar cord or something. It's the same exact plug. Is the user manual for this anywhere around here? I'm just gonna check this real quick, excuse me. The reason I ask is because there is a roast probe that comes with this appliance. Yeah, that's it, right there in the top. Cool. That one is for the big oven. This one's for the microwave. And you can tell it's for the microwave because it's got these balls, I guess, and that helps deflect microwaves and stuff like that. So anyway, this one's for the speed oven, this one's for the regular oven. So you basically just plug this in right here, and you put this into your meat, and the oven will shut off when you get to the optimum temperature. So you literally cannot overcook your food.
That's insane.
Oh, that's great.
You cannot overcook your Thanksgiving turkey. So this goes hand in hand with Master Chef, and I'll show you. So Master Chef, these are pre-programmed recipes. You just tell it what you're cooking and it does all the work for you. You don't even have to guess it about anything. So let's say we're gonna cook some meat. It's gonna say, okay, what kind of meat? Beef, lamb, pork, veal. Let's do, how come we don't have poultry? Let me go back. Oh, poultry's a separate section, sorry. I'm looking for Thanksgiving turkey. I got turkey on my mind right now, so.
Well, it's not very far away, so.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So we're gonna cook a turkey, but there's tons of different kinds. Chicken, duck, goose, turkey legs.
It's crazy.
So we're gonna say turkey. All right, what kind of turkey are you cooking? Is it a whole turkey? Is it stuffed? We're gonna do whole turkey. Okay, it's basically telling you, hey, the max 10 pounds. You know, that's about all you can fit in there anyway. It's gonna tell you use the glass tray. So you're gonna load your turkey on your glass tray, put it in there. Okay, do you wanna start it now or do you wanna start it later? You can basically put it in there and tell this speed oven, I want my turkey done at 5 o'clock. And you can leave it in there. And at whatever time it needs to start cooking, it will start cooking. So when you look at your watch and it's 5 o'clock, this thing's beeping, hey, I'm done. So you can do start later, tell it what time you want it done, but we'll say start now. Place the food in the oven, use the roast probe, shelf level 1, and if we start it right now, it's gonna cook at approximately 4:43 p.m. Depending on the size of your bird. Now it's telling me, all right, close the door, buddy.
I can't see a really big turkey fitting in there, you know?
No, but I mean, you'd be surprised. You've got some depth in there. You don't have a lot of height, but you've got some good depth in there. Honestly, I'll tell you what, a lot of our apartments in Manhattan only have this.
Really?
They don't even have one of these big ones. You know, for like a 1-bedroom or a studio, this is all you need. You're just a single bachelor. You know, you're probably not cooking turkey dinners for families and stuff. This does microwave, this does convection. This is all you need, really. So that's Master Chef. I mean, it's got tons of options. It's got a lot of stuff in there. I think they update them from time to time and whatnot. But this is really cool because it'll shut off when your food is ready.
What if you use the wrong gauge?
You may have some issues. So these balls are designed to deflect microwaves. If you're cooking a microwave program and you're using this one, you could have some issues, perhaps. I'm not sure. I've never run into that situation, so I don't know for sure. But I do know This one's the one for the speed oven, so that's what I tell people.
So how do you just on a microwave like a dish reheat?
Yeah, easy. Bless you. You just go to operating mode. If somebody like has a recipe for cookies and it's bake at 350 for 9 minutes, this is what you use. Convection bake. Boom. It's going to ask you for temperature, and it's going to ask you for time frame, and that's it. That's your basic mode. So if you wanted to just do a microwave, operating modes, right there, microwave. Set your power level, set your time frame, and it's going to start. You do have a button right here that says minute plus. So you could basically just tap that a bunch of times, and the microwave will just automatically start with the touch of one button. So if you just throw a bag of popcorn in there, you hit that 3 times. Actually, it's got a popcorn button. I'm not really sure what the program is for that. Maybe you can actually go into options and probably change that, but if you have the same bag of popcorn and you cook it all the time and it's 3.5 minutes or whatever, you could basically program it to just press the one button. Not currently available. Probably don't have it set up or something, but yeah, so those are quick buttons, or you could go into operating mode and do it from there. It's got some other stuff: defrost, reheat, dehydrate, proofing for breads, warm cookware, pizza setting, Sabbath mode, that could be big. If you want to turn that on, you know, for people that observe the Sabbath, it'll keep the oven on, but all the electronics and lights will be off, so they can still use the oven during the Sabbath. That's actually a pretty big feature. A lot of people use that regularly.
So when you say that, right, what do you mean it keeps the microwave, the oven on?
So during the Sabbath, they're not allowed to use electricity.
Right, so how do I think you stick the food in there and start to heat?
Yeah, let's find out. I never actually ran it before, so we're going to say Sabbath mode.
It'll be on?
Set a temperature.
Like 24/7?
Yep. And there's no lights. There's no lights on.
And they don't need to press the buttons to turn it on?
I think that's it. I think it's going to get the oven to 375 and it's going to keep it there until you shut it off.
What? Is it safe?
Yeah. Like,
I'm assuming it's safe. You know?
Does that draw a lot of power to be doing that, to keep it like that?
I got to imagine once you get to temperature, it doesn't need a lot of juice to keep it at the temperature. It's probably just, you know, a little bit to maintain it. But I mean, if you run that for 12 hours, yeah.
So I was saying, like, you know, you got to keep that on, you can't touch anything.
I mean, when you cook a turkey, you're cooking a turkey sometimes for like 8 hours anyway, you know, so, but again, I mean, that is an important feature to some of our customers. So it's worth noting that the appliance does have Sabbath mode. I would probably check the user manual just to read a little bit more about it and its operation, but it's in there. And then that's basically it. Now, let's see here. The cool thing is you can create custom programs. So you can create a program, a custom program, that does a 45-minute microwave defrost, then a 10-minute surround convection bake, and then a 2-minute intensive browning mode. You can put stack all three settings into one mode. So basically, you could put a frozen chicken in here, click your preset, it'll defrost it, it'll cook it, it'll brown it, and it'll tell you when it's ready. So you can basically walk away from it and it'll do all the work for you. I doubt that people utilize it to that level. You know, basically people throw it in, they probably press minute plus, might, you know, hit convection bake and cook something, but it's got a lot of functionality and people probably don't utilize it as much as they could. Settings, I'll just go over the settings real quick. Language, date, time, lighting, those are all pretty self-explanatory. Keypad tone, so you could turn this beeping off if you wanted to. Okay, so there's your quick microwave, your popcorn settings, so you can change those. Calibrate temperatures. I wouldn't really get into too much of that stuff, but showroom program is like for the sales office. We'll set showroom program so that it's on, the lights are on. You can actually select a program and watch the temperature rise, but it's not actually cooking. It's basically just a demo. So if somebody says, hey, my microwave says it's going up in temperature, but it's not actually getting hot, that would probably be the first thing you'd want to check. And I think when you turn it on, it tells you, hey, I'm in showroom mode, I'm in demo mode, and you have to click OK to get past it. So you would probably know if it was in demo mode or not. But one very important thing I will mention is don't use this in a microwave mode. Obviously, You know, you don't want to use metal racks during the microwave. So if you are going to make a bag of popcorn, they got to take this out. If they don't, it will spark. It will make some weird noises.
I can see a lot of people doing that, especially if that rack's already in there. They're like, oh, I just put that in. I can see it happening.
I know. So, you know, it's something I always mention to people. The telltale sign is when somebody says my microwave was sparking, and I come in and I look and I see some scorching right along here where like a metal rack would be. That's a telltale sign. It could be bad. It could blow a few things. I've never seen it like explode, but it'll damage the magnetron and stuff like that. It's going to need some work. And typically we wouldn't cover that under a warranty basis. We probably would, but official statement is, I'm sorry, man, we're not going to cover that under warranty.
If you do it yourself to the thing, then it's your problem.
Yeah.
Nothing aluminum, nothing metal.
No.
One last thing is, you never want to slam the door. So I always gently close it. It's got a latch and locks on both sides, and if you slam the door repeatedly, it could move the lock a little bit out of position, and then you'll need a service call to fix that. But anyway, so if you see somebody just slamming it shut, you know, I usually tell them, hey, you know, take it easy, yeah? Speed oven, so that's everything you need to know about the speed oven. As far as cleaning it, absolutely, it should be cleaned on a regular basis. Sponge with like warm water, maybe like a mild soap or something like that. I wouldn't go too crazy with, you know, chemical cleaners and whatnot, but I've seen a few that were caked with food, and the person's complaining that my bagel caught fire, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So I came out to look at it, and it was literally covered from top to bottom in like dried, crusty, microwaved food, and I'm like, all right, well, I could probably take a guess at why your bagel caught fire, but, and I literally cleaned it for her, you know, and I said, look, you gotta maintain this thing.
But I know the Miele sells some specific cleaner, especially for them.
Did I send anything? I think I sent something for the cooktops, but I didn't send anything. We do make an oven cleaner,
It's
yes.
like bottle, spray bottle, tin one.
I mean, honestly, warm soapy water is really all you can find. We'll go over all that stuff. That's for the dishwasher and cleaning agent for the cooktop, so we'll go over that next. So the cool thing is, the big oven